Calling all beings. Calling all beings.
Can anybody give me an amen in this joint? What's going down? Welcome back to Calling All Beings. I am DJ.
And I'm Boston Bia.
So somebody give me an amen for that. What's going on, party people? It is Mystery Guest Sunday here on Calling All Beings. Lots going on in the community. Lots of craziness and wildness. I don't know what the hell we're going to do with these crazy ass people. Well, we're going to do something. Our guests will be here shortly because they were having some damn fun. That's what they were doing. So, you know what? I'm going to tweet this out. Bia, take it away. Talk to the damn people in here.
All right. Welcome, Boston Brandy, our new mod. So excited to have you here.
Give me an amen. Man, for Boston Brandy and the
Yes.
cat lady.
That's right. And Amy's Positive Pathways. Hi, Amy. Hope I get to see you this week.
Positive Pathways, you should be coming down to Dean. Where are you at? Terry's going to be there. Boozy's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Why aren't you coming down to Dean? What's going down? Pathways, come on. You're licensed now, man. You're the big time.
Hey,
All right, let me just-
Bell. Nice seeing you today. Hey, handsome. Hi, Val.
Is the legend? The legend is in the joint?
Mr. Sweeney? Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Yes, I'm sure he has Dylan sitting next to him. So,
Man, I wish I could do an accent from Wales, but more than likely I'll screw it up. So, you know what I mean? I don't want to try to mess it up here, but let me share what's going on.
and Deborah Holmes is here.
Hey, what's up, Holmes?
And
Deborah
Kimberly McGuire.
Hey, yes. Sorry. Sorry. Hang on. All right, give me a second here. Oh, what do I got Olivia here for? Okay. John. Go ahead. You can continue to read
That's
people.
that's what I started to do, and then you started talking. So
I apologize. I
Jeez.
apologize.
anyways, I ran out of people to say hi to.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, big mouth. Let's see. All right. So we had a nice afternoon, nice day today, Dennis, out there in Dedham. Lulu Bell was there. It was so nice to see her. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Nope. Hi, coffee girl. 3-2.
All right, there we go. I just tweeted that out.
Okay.
And we can get down to business. Oh yeah, I'm sharing the screen right now because all right, so let's see. Oh, Brenda's here. Okay. Hi, Brenda and Coffee Girl. I just want you to be careful about the acid reflux. That's all I got to say.
And Diane Hill. Hi,
Diane Hill, hello. Good evening, love. Yeah, when I get to meet Dylan, I'll get to hear. I gotta kind of like try to pick up on the accent from Wales. Oh, look who else is here. The official attorney of Calling All Beings, none other than Valhalla Law. What's up, Val? How you doing, homegirl? It is good to see you. Yeah. And let's see. I am gonna hopefully be there Friday after work, mate. You're gonna be there after work. Good news. That's good stuff. Yeah, impromptu meal food. Yeah, I am feeling better. Yeah, that's how I can holler like that. And when you come down to Dean College, that's what we got to know. Look who's here. We got someone from Canada. Hello, Laura. How are you? Welcome to Calling All Beings, where it gets a little bit crazy. Tonight we're going to read Nan Gallagher's letter. we are going to read the affidavit, which was filed by, and you know what? I want to say this for the audience right now. Hi, Lulabelle. I found out from talking to our mod, Miss Jessica N. Beasy in the Heezy, that she believes she knows who filed that affidavit. Are we going to tell you? No, because we don't want to implicate anybody. But Bia, do you have an idea of who that person is?
No.
Nor did I. But when Jessica said it, it makes total sense.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you didn't share that with me. Hey, James.
Hey, James Lynch. Sub Holmes.
AJ.
No pun intended. Mike
Oh,
Crawford.
well, can you
TYJ.
spell the T? Can you spell the T?
TYJ. Yeah. The young jerks. Okay. Well, tell me because I'm not aware.
Yeah.
Hey,
Tell
there
us.
he is. Dylan.
Hey,
Hello,
Dylan.
mate. You're right.
You were
Yeah.
I was sitting next to him at lunch today.
Yeah. I look forward to meeting you, Dylan. I want to get a sense of the Wales accent. I love the UK. I used to live in the UK.
He loves
So
it here. He may not ever go back. No, I'm just kidding.
there is. Yeah.
Everybody's very welcoming.
Yeah, and I love the UK, so I mean, it stands to reason. I have British friends who love the US, and I love the UK. So,
Boozy says if a certain someone is late,
oh, is she here?
Well, she's in the chat.
Hello, it's all your fault. Yeah, John already called Boozy and dimed you out, so I am aware that it's your fault, but that's okay. We don't care. It's all good.
Wait, so I'm confused. Jean from Dorchester. Okay, but did AJK tell us who Mike Crawford said it was?
I don't know.
Huh. Okay. Come on. We haven't been able to watch the other streamers today. Let's see.
That was awesome, man. Yeah, so we'll read that. We're also willing to take some calls. Last time, we got a call. I don't know if that was, trying to remember what was the substance of that person's call. And then we got comments on Brandy's teeth. So there was that.
Okay. Yes, we get that Mike Crawford said it, but tell us who it was.
Yeah. Yeah, James. Spill the beans.
Yes,
No
spill
pun
the
intended.
tea.
Yeah.
Yes. For the name he gave, because I don't know the people, but he did announce the name about 15 minutes ago. Come on, people, tell us. You couldn't have forgotten.
Yeah. I don't remember the name. You know what?
Jean with an Italian last name is the person. So how is this person
affiliated with Kate Peta?
Right. So it's just
look at, she's got the teapot. I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Colantonio. Okay. But okay, so can you say Jean from Dorchester? Got it. So that was the original contact. Okay. Jean C knows as Jean. Okay. Jean
Hey,
from
Uncle
Dorchester.
Fredo. How you doing? Don't go out in the friggin' boat. Mike Crawford was the original contact. That's interesting. Okay.
So this is somebody who was on the FKR side that went and befriended Kate Peters and now. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Brandy gave me the tea. All right. Let me see if the Booze Master, you have the link, yeah? I think. Yeah. So there's that.
Okay, I guess you're putting out there who our guests are.
A guest. Hey.
Hey. Hi, Nan.
Let's do it right now. Here we go.
Aw, thank you, Nan.
Thank you, Nan. We are going to read your letter here shortly. We're waiting for
I don't.
Okay. John, okay, DM, Twitter DM. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna go with the one that's just solo Boozy. There it is, right? Oh no, that's Boozy and SD. There it is. Okay. All right. 1 second, love, and we'll get in there. Get in there, mate. Presenter invite. Oh, jeez. Stop sharing real quick. I couldn't get the bloody link in now. And there it goes. Okay. Boozy. So the link is there in just the DM between you and I, not the one with you, myself, and the other Deniac, SD. So, which, by the way, I love that name, SD. I think that was so smart of her to do that.
Well, that's her middle name, her real middle
Oh,
name.
it is?
Yeah, she said that.
Oh, okay. Well, look at you with
Unless I'm making it all up, but no, I think that's what she told us.
Look at you with the 411 Holmes.
You know, I got some tea. I'm just kidding.
Dig it. So there you go. Okay, so you should have that. And let's see. Let me see if we can get to. Okay, so we had Nan. Mike referred her to Betero. That is so awesome.
That's
okay,
awesome.
so Mike was part of the process, as Dylan might say, the process. I have just chocolate milk over here. Sorry. I'm just gonna tell you guys, Oatly, full fat oat milk is just to die for. There's some love for Laferio, also known as Nan Gallagher, who is one of our homies, legal homies, along with Valhalla Law. I have yes, you should see that in your DM now, Miss Boozness. Lots of love for Nan here, right?
Yes.
What a blessing.
Loves Nan.
Yeah, like if I were to use a word to describe Nan's presence here in the movement, I would say blessing. I would say blessing. What would you say?
I feel like I have a few. I think she's fierce. I think she, like one of the things I said is that she's easy to understand. And we love her legal, insights, her commentary. But overall, she's authentic. So I think she's authentic. She, if she says she's going to do something, she does it. She stands out there with all the boots on the ground, as well as, would be at court the next day. So she's just she's authentic.
She's legit. Yeah, she's legit, Holmes. Let's go back to that episode with James. Go ahead. Come on. Bring it out, man.
I don't know if I can.
All right. She's like, I can't go there again. All right. So this is one of our mystery guests along with the Boozness, who you heard. And there's one more mystery guest. So it's been a while since he's been on Cab. I'm trying to remember when he jumped in last. I don't know if it was the hot tub one. I think there was a subsequent appearance after the hot tub. So party people, put those hands together for my man, Jon Comeau. Can I get it?
People, I'm not ready. I am so not ready for this.
How are you
not ready?
How are you not ready? How many beers haven't you had?
Let's not go there, okay? Let's not go there.
Okay, we'll leave it alone.
I have not even sent the link off. I literally just ran home. Look, I got the wall. I don't even have a backdrop. I have nothing. I have no pricks and sighters next to me. I am sitting at a table. I just logged on thinking I had enough time. I didn't do an opening on my show. There's nothing. I think we're synced to our shows.
You are. I see it right here. So
I don't have my microphone on because the microphone's downstairs. I just opened the laptop, tried to sign in, and I'm not ready. I'm not ready, people.
Where's your earbuds, John? I'm getting an echo.
Oh,
my
fuck.
God.
Put me back in the green room. Give me 5 minutes.
All right, brother.
No problem.
Was Eric and Boozy? I sent
maybe Boozy, but probably not Eric. I haven't even sent them the link. Okay. I told you I'm not ready.
Okay, send it to Eric because I sent it to Boozy on Twitter DM, but send it to her again.
She's still in her car.
She's still in her car.
Yeah, I made it home before her.
All right, go ahead, man. I'll remove you from stage.
Put me back in the green room. Let me go get my earbuds and the microphone.
All right. So this is a collaboration between Canton Chronicle and Calling All Beings. How about that? Hey. Can you clap, maybe?
Oh, me?
I'll
Sorry.
increase your salary. Yeah, if you clap. Look at that. That's a golf. She's giving me the golf clap. All right, so you will see Boozy Beauty here, who was having fun playing hooky with Jon, and
That's
having a
exactly
beer.
why I didn't stop by, and I came right home. I was like, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
home late too.
Yeah, I know. And here's what Cat Lady's
I
saying.
was literally
Everybody
down
loves
the
Jon.
street.
Love the echo. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get rid of the echo because Jon's gonna put on his earbuds because, as he knows, as a broadcaster, the last thing you want to do is to have you be using your laptop microphone and speakers because it will reverberate from the speakers back into your laptop mic. Oh, look at that.
Aw, thank you,
There you go.
Boozy.
Yeah. And what is this? Despite the look on my face, you're still talking. That is awesome. Here's go Red Sox. Yeah, sure. Just go ahead and pick on the New Yorker here. But you know what? I did go to Dean College, so I will forever at least have whatever minimal amount of cachet that gives me. So there's that. So yeah, tonight we'll talk about those two things. We're also going to take calls. So if you would like to talk to Bia or Boozy Beauty, in the unlikely event that you want to talk to me, if you want to talk to Eric, you'll be able to call in and do the damn thing, and bring up any topic surrounding the case. Obviously, coming up there, as I was listening to Brother Counsel today and his brother Solomon, and we have the voir dire hearing coming up for the ACA guys. And that's kind of scary because you would think that's as close to automatic. If you guys remember that song from REM, Automatic for the People, it should be automatic for ACA. But as Bev says, it's a new trial. It's a new trial. It's like, it's a new trial, but it's the same case, stupid. And it's the same witness. So yeah, it's a new trial, but all else is the same. So we shouldn't be voir diring and spending Karen's money on witnesses that have already been voir dired and have been deemed expert witnesses.
Yep.
And yeah, Dylan should call in. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. This is from the UFO community right here. James Gaffney from Ireland is coming in. Thank you, Mr. Gaffney. I hope to see you soon on a UFO episode. So James is, he's one of the heavies. He's friends with my friend Rob. Oh my God, I'm going to forget his last name now. James, what's Rob's last name? The big time UFO person from Ireland. Let me know. I can't believe I forgot his name. I feel like such a Douche. The cab call-in number also is it's on Google Voice, so you can call in. I also want to talk to Hank Brennan. Maybe I should do my open letter to Hank Brennan real quick.
Sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
Go for it. I love your accent. All right, there goes Gianni. He's back. So Hank. I'm still hearing echo. We'll put him back. Okay, I'll put him backstage for a second. So Hank, I'm DJ. Pleasure to meet you. Rob Sheridan, thank you so much, James. I feel like such an ass for not remembering Rob Sheridan. It's because I'm looking for like a more Irish name, and your last name sounds more Irish than Rob's. But I love both you guys because you're cool and you're smart and you're from Ireland. So Hank, so here we are. You're really deep into the case now. It appears that you have been cavorting with Kate Peter and have gotten the names of Free Karen Reed people. You've seen all the evidence. I know you've alluded to that you haven't really had a chance. And I'm kind of, I don't know your family background. And frankly, I don't want to know your family background just from a standpoint, Hank, that I don't want to act like I'm getting in your personal business or I'm making any sort of assertions. I hope that you have a wonderful wife and a wonderful family. But what I want to talk to you about is what you're doing here. You realize what's going on here. You know about that rock that was placed in the yard that wasn't there, even though the Alberts don't live there anymore. You know what's going on here. You know what the evidence is and is not that is against Karen. And people think in this very short-term aspect. Like you're thinking, I get through this trial, I get a hung jury, I beat this dream team of lawyers, this guy from New York, Alessi, that's supposed to be so great, and Dave Yannetti, and the great Alan Jackson, who prosecuted Phil Spector, and the attorney from his office, Eliza Little, and then this juror who sat and heard all the evidence last time up to until the deliberations. And you're thinking, I want to beat them. And you're thinking that you can beat them. And you're thinking like a defense attorney, right? You're thinking that I have a client and I know my client is guilty, and I'm going to, we good to go now, John?
I don't know. How do I sound?
You're good.
I'm good. This is my open letter to Hank Brennan. Hi, Detective Mullins. Hi, Paula.
Hey, Mullins. Sorry I missed you today.
So you're going to think, Hank, that you can represent an absolute murderer as a defense attorney, and it's okay. I mean, everybody is entitled to a vigorous defense. You're innocent to proven guilty. That is what being a defense attorney is all about. But in this case, you're actually not a defense attorney. You're actually the prosecution. And that's supposed to be a fact finder. That's going to a truth finder. And you're prosecuting this woman, and you're thinking that at the end of it all, when you get another hung jury and then she's in legal jeopardy, and you're going to say, well, we're not going to announce for a period of months that whether or not we're going to try the case again, so you can keep her hanging on a string with no job, no license, no car, probably living with her parents. And you're thinking that's cool. But life has a way, it all comes back. It all comes back to you. And you're going to feel it, and you're going to know that you've done something extremely unethical and dishonest here. And you're not a defense attorney anymore. You've been a prosecutor, so you should be able to morph right back into that role. And you and Bev and Morrissey, and I'm not sitting here from on high. I'm not perfect, but it's going to come back to you. That. And John knows that. Thank you, John. Love you. And it's going to. Did you send the link to Eric?
No, I sent it to Boozy, but. You do your thing. You do your thing, and we'll slowly fill in. Sorry, okay. I apologize to everybody. Okay. It was quite the afternoon.
So I just want you to bear that in mind, Hank, that you're not going to be able to just walk away from this as you might think, because it will come back to you. And every time something happens negative in your life, you're going to be thinking, "Ooh, is that because?" And you're going to wonder if it's Karen Reed, and it's going to haunt you, and it's going to haunt McCabe, and it's going to haunt Morrissey, and it's going to haunt the young lady who's the chief of police that's retiring, Helena Rafferty, as John would say. So please think about this and really consider what you're doing when you do this, because you have the power to dismiss this case. I'm sorry. Go ahead, John. Oh, I can't hear you. You're on mute. No, you're not.
No, I was on mute because my friggin' microphone, you barely touch it, and it's on mute. There's way more to come on that, on the police chief. There's more coming.
Oh, good. So John will be reporting. It seems like John probably knows what kind of deodorant she uses.
No, there's more stories on literally exactly what they said in that audit committee, in where people are calling her instead of calling 911 is still happening.
Why
To this day, I'm not talking about years. I'm not talking about months ago. I'm talking about recent stuff that's going on. People are not calling 911. They're calling her.
Well, why? Well, what is the purpose behind that? Give me the. What am I missing?
It'll be coming out very soon.
Okay.
Because there's phone calls that aren't being recorded when you're
There you
calling
go.
a cell phone.
There you go.
So
Instead of calling 911 and putting things on the record,
yeah.
there are still people in this town that are calling her directly.
Give her a damn raise. Give her a
Right?
damn raise.
Shouldn't be happening. They should be calling 911. It should be all on the record. And there are innocent people who are getting charged with things that shouldn't be getting charged with things. And we'll leave it at that right now because it's very recent.
Roving reporter.
Very. I'm talking days. I'm talking days, DJ. I'm not talking about last year, the year before. People are still using the chief instead of calling 911.
Well, as you know, as Bia would say, that's stupid, Mookie. I'm sorry, that was Rosie Perez. But anyway, yeah, that is really stupid. And I is it the people that are friendly with her, or is it the innocents?
If they have her cell phone.
Yeah,
They have her cell phone. Yeah.
It's not a public number. So
I'm not talking to her. You know, like I said in a recent post, I congratulated her for all her years of service. And at the end of the post, I gave her my reason on why I'm not calling her back. She's a witness in the most famous trial. I'm trying to be good with my words here. The most famous trial in the town's history. And I like being on this side of the bars. I don't want a witness intimidation case. It's exactly why I've never talked to Chris. It's why I won't take Chris Albert's phone calls. It's the same reason why I won't answer her texts. And we'll leave it at that.
I find it fascinating. Would you like to discuss, John, why it is that she wants to have direct communication with you?
I have no clue. The direct communication came from a Twitter post. If she's more important, if my Twitter posts are very important to her, that she has to text me within minutes, then there's other issues in this town.
But she's contacted you on other occasions.
I made a post on Twitter congratulating her. Well, it wasn't. She was the second part of the post. Mm-hmm. The first part of the Twitter post was basically saying, people, when you watch this trial, whomever is objecting to the prosecution, that's who's going to be the person who will be cross-examining the person, the witness.
You've confused me.
Okay.
Can put that
in this trial, whomever on the defense team objects to a prosecution question,
yes,
that's the person who is going to be cross-examining the witness. It happened in the last trial. It's happening in this trial. It's no secret that, you know, if Liza Little gets up and says, objection, Your Honor, that's who the person who's going to be cross-examining the witness is. If it's Alan Jackson, if it's David Yannetti or Alessi, that's how it goes. The person who's going to be cross-examining the witness, that's the person who's objecting to Brennan's direct. So that was the beginning of my post. And then the second half of my post was, and by the way, Helena Rafferty is retiring. And so like within 10 minutes, she's like, I didn't retire 10 minutes ago. I'm retiring at the end of June. And I didn't answer that text because I'm like, you know, and there was a couple other things, nothing major, you know, maybe an LOL. She likes her LOLs.
And her stickies.
Yeah. But I didn't answer that text. And the reason I didn't answer that text is because I do not want to have a one-on-one back and forth with any witness in this case. And I haven't. I'm staying away from it.
Have you thought about what type of retirement gift you want to get her?
No, not until after the case.
Okay.
You know,
All right, okay, fine.
you know, yeah, no, and that's that.
How much? I guess I should ask you this, since we're on the topic of Rafferty. How much? I don't know if blame's the right word. How egregious do you think her conduct has been in what you see as the injustices levied against Karen?
Very
Interesting.
Very
Interesting.
Yeah, she did not inherit Berkowitz's successes or failures. She was part of Berkowitz's successes and failures. Oh, hey, Boozy, how's it going? I guess you made it home okay. I see her in the chat. That being said, I mean, she's been at every level of that department.
Mm.
An officer, lieutenant, deputy chief, chief now.
Yeah.
This is all on her. The fact that video left that department in so many different time frames is absurd. It just is.
Yeah.
That was under her supervision.
Right.
It
That's
is.
a good point. It's the outside cameras don't work, and then there's no original video that they can share.
Right.
That shows that everything's been tampered with. Nothing is an original copy, and that's kind of really concerning.
Here's the other thing. People are going to find out, and they're going to take it. It depends on which side of the story you're on. They're going to be people that say that audit. What happened here?
I was putting up the.
You're putting up there are no pricks inside of there, right?
No,
There's
this is
pricks
the
inside.
new
Those are
merch store.
mugs. Those
I
are
was
your
just-
mercs. There was no
Yeah.
pricks insider going there.
That's his beer brand.
No jerk. You didn't have a jerk curtain up there, did you? No.
No, this is the new cab
The
store.
mugs. Look at the mugs and the shirts. I got to get on this stuff.
This just went live
Look at that.
this weekend. So
Dude, I better up my game. I got
This-
to.
this
Oh
is
my
Nathan,
God.
the co-creator of Cab, is the one
That's
that made this. So
For anyone
this
that
just went
I don't
live.
even know. I don't even know if I did it right. If people are watching us on a dual platform or
You
not.
did. You did.
I did. Holy crap! Talk about
So-
a squirrel finding a nut.
But I feel
Yes.
like you were making a good point. So DJ, can you
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
We'll go back. So
Yeah.
people are going to find out that, number one, the audit, even though people want to say it found no corruption, the audit did not follow the scope that it was asked to follow. So technically, it's null and void. They didn't follow the scope. All right. And the Lawrence Smith from the Sturm Group sent me even more pages showing exactly what they didn't follow, but there's going to be people in the town of Canton that are going to be happy with spending that $200,000. They don't want their money back because it found no corruption, right? Meanwhile, the audit didn't follow what they were asked to follow. So that's number one.
So they're in violation of the contract.
Pretty much. Yeah. If you look at it letter by letter, they didn't do what they were told to do, but they gave the answer that people wanted. Secondly, you're going to find out that there's a lot more besides the Karen Reed things and the videos that they've been just kind of, and I'm not talking about the dog anymore, people. I'm talking about not following procedures with domestic violence victims, not following procedures with probable cause. There's so much more that they have hidden that's all fallen on my lap.
Did you expect anything different? Because I didn't.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a couple things here and there. I didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was.
I didn't expect better, but that's how jaded that I've become in this case. Is I've become this kind of jaded that I always think that something bad is going to happen. So,
TJ, last week, myself, my fiance and Boozy spent some time in Norwood. We weren't even in Canton. And the amount of people that approached us, and then the amount of people that gave us stuff today. I was in Canton today. That's why I'm late, people. I'm sorry. I was back in town. Okay. I was in Canton. It's amazing. It's amazing the stuff that people are still to this day giving us.
You said it's amazing that
people are still giving us things.
Information. Yeah.
Oh, right. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so going to the bar yielded some.
Of course.
Oh, that's great, man.
You know,
that is
loose
great.
lips. Yeah.
That is great, man. I'm really glad to hear that. So I wanted to read Nan's letter that went to another thing in Canton, which is the Norfolk DA. And I thought that this was a really courageous letter that Nan wrote to say, I'm here. I know what you've done. And this is what I'm prepared to do legally if you don't comply with my wishes. So with that, I'm going to go on the other tab and read this. And might even put on my glasses there. And I can see it. So this is dated 26 April.
Really tiny.
Which is just, oh yeah, I mean.
Can you make it so that we're not looking at your private messages on the right?
Oh yeah.
And
Let me,
more of the,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
maybe we shouldn't have access
Thank
to
God
that.
Thank God I don't have my glasses on. I would have read them.
Can you see that?
Yes, that's better.
Okay, there we go.
Good job, Bia.
We can see all the people that he's been sending messages to.
This is why we're paying her so much. You know, hey, that's,
Maybe
You got 40 people that are rewinding now and zooming in.
I know.
so. All right, so this is to the office of Norfolk County District Attorney Michael W. Morrissey, Esquire, in Canton. I won't read the address. You guys have stood out there enough. Notice of claim and demand for disclosure of personal information. So this is interesting. Dear Messrs. So that must mean Misters, or I'm not sure what Messrs.
Isn't it Missouri? Yeah, that's like
maybe
saying,
it is. Missouri.
Yeah, like because there's more than one person she's addressing.
And they're male and females as well.
Right.
So I like it. Dig it. My name is Nan Gallagher, and I am a proud and ethical attorney at law who, after thoroughly researching the Karen Reed case in Norfolk County, Massachusetts, has chosen to side with justice and the Constitution of the United States in making a reasoned determination that Karen Reed is factually innocent. I have been part of the Free Karen Reed movement since 2023 and have followed this case since 2022. To anyone, whether a civilian, a district attorney, or a specially appointed district attorney who has provided my name, identifying information, demographics, address, bar numbers, social media handles, email addresses, plural, telephone numbers, law firm information, and any other personal identifying information to the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, to the Massachusetts State Police, to fact witnesses in the Karen Reed case, to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, or to any agency or state bar. I hereby do the following. Note 1. I hereby reiterate that you do not have my consent to procure or possess this information, to rely upon it, to maintain it in an unprotected format, and or to distribute it to others. And I reserve my rights. I reserve all rights I have now or may have in the future against you for violation of my civil rights under 42 U.S. Code Section 1983. And I reserve all rights, and I have now and may have in the future, to pursue a state or federal cause of action against you for privacy violations, and I am hereby demanding a copy of all materials, including any of the aforesaid information as it relates to me and my person, within 10 calendar days. It's pretty rough and tough there, because that is quick. And then it gives the address of her law firm. Here it says, I am reserving all rights to enforce these mandates, as well as any current and future remedies that I may choose to invoke to enforce them. Moreover, you may consider this missive as a notice of claim for any violation hereof or non-compliance herewith. I consider your procurement. I don't know what's just happened to my computer here. It is okay. I consider your procurement and possession of my personal identifying information as not only a violation of state and federal law under color of state law, but also in your individual capacities. Signed, Nan Gallagher, Esquire of the Nan Gallagher Law Group. How about that? Wow.
She has a beautiful signature, by the way.
Doesn't she?
She does.
Yeah, it's okay.
She's like a ball player. Look at John. All right, wonderful.
She's okay.
So, I don't.
She never comes on my show, but it's okay. It's okay. She's cute.
Stop it.
Stop it, John. Stop.
Stop it.
Nan, we still love you over here.
So, I the under color of law came up in another. Val, if you're in the chat, Nan, if you're still in the chat, if you would speak to that, I would be interested to hear, because I remember one of the attorneys citing color of law and what that meant exactly, and I don't. So Nan's here. Yeah, Nan, that last sentence there, where you say, let me read it again. It says, as not only a violation of state and federal law under color of state law, can you please remind us of what that means, if you would? Because I don't recall. I don't know if anybody recalls what that means. So, oh man, my computer is not happy right now. It seems like the power thing is not staying. But anyway. So yeah, please comment away, Bia and John.
Go ahead, Bia, you first.
I mean, I'm glad to see her doing this. Yeah, that's awesome.
John.
I know, I didn't say much, but
I know, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Nan is going to break this down for us,
Yeah.
and then we can let John comment. Color of state law. This means that an individual person employed by the Commonwealth can impute liability to the Commonwealth and can be sued individually for their actions.
Ooh.
That is beautiful. I am so
they're not
glad that you.
protected. Yeah.
Yes, I'm so glad you.
Oh, it's always these lawyers, always ready to sue. Let me tell you.
And there's Val.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I love you. I love you.
And hi, Lisa. And John, quit playing with your mic. I love it.
I know.
Agree.
Here's the thing.
John, you're a host.
I'm going to be upfront with everybody. Okay. You put me in the green room. I ran down to grab my headphones and my microphone. My microphone is usually on this extendable. Hold on a minute. It's on one of these extendable arms, right?
Yes.
That has like a C-clamp to the table. As I ran up the basement stairs, I tripped and fell, and I dropped the C-clamp. I went back twice to look for it during the. I'm like, where the frig is this? It's just this little black piece that, and I didn't find it. So I ran up, put my headphones in, and here I am holding my mic. So the noise everybody heard was me unscrewing the mic from the freaking arm, because the arm does me no good.
So
and the last time I was on, I just barely touched the arm because the springs. I got texts from people, stop touching the springs. Right.
Yeah, so
now I'm holding my mic. Okay.
You go to StreamYard.
I'm not prepared for this.
No, watch this. You go to StreamYard and you just mute your mic on StreamYard, and then it won't make noise and annoy the guests. But we still love you, John, just because you're John.
Yeah.
You're just
I was trying to do this on the fly, and yes, and once again, this microphone, you literally barely touch.
Yeah.
and it mutes. So God forbid I even touch my big freaking hands, my monkey hands that I have. God forbid I touch anywhere near there, and it mutes it already. And then I get texts from people, be nice to Cab. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice to Cab. I'm getting texts like nonstop. Stop touching your mic. It looks like you're jerking off your mic. It's nonstop. All right, I get it, people. I wasn't ready. I was delayed because of a birthday girl who's not on here right now.
Beauty. Right. There you go.
Yes.
I told you all it's my fault. Okay. It's all good, man. It's all good.
I begged her for an hour. We got to go. Let's go. All right. Sorry. I was ready to leave.
Harris.
I didn't want to leave. I don't leave people behind. I wait
Don't leave a soldier behind, man.
I don't. So I waited. I even drank half a disgusting, what are those things called with the limes? Those Spanish beers with
margarita.
Limes.
Oh
no,
Corona.
like a
Corona.
No, it's
I even
Corona,
downed
yeah.
a Corona because I was like, no, she's not finished this. I'm going to finish this and let's go. Yeah.
This is great right here. It bears repeating that the federal U.S. taxpayer funds paid for both the Birchmore and O'Keefe DOJ investigations, including ARCA company tests at $500K, and Morrissey sits on both investigations. Yes, yeah. I mean that's the thing. But he has to do something egregious enough, and they have to be at a point in their investigation where they feel they have something that would be irrefutable in court in order for them to take action against him. And we obviously have not reached that point yet. But it was interesting. And
how is he so protected? How the frig is that guy so protected right now?
Well, because he is the state. So when you have
he's elected, he has no influence other than being elected.
Right. But here's the thing, John, is that let's just say that you had, I know it's going to be difficult for people to fathom this, but let's say you had a corrupt Canton police force. But you had
let's say.
I know it's like it's hard for your mind really can't get there. But let's say you have that, but it was a very honest state police force that was sort of keeping them in check and could come in on a murder like this and say, hey, I don't know what you guys are doing. I don't care if this guy's a Boston cop. I mean, we just found another cop on his lawn. So we don't have the check and balance from the state to the local area that we would have. And by the way, even though it's a one county in Massachusetts, Morrissey is the state. So when you have all of them conspiring together, well, there's nobody else but the federal government. And it's not like they can shut this trial down. They have no power to stop this trial. Now, were they to indict somebody or arrest somebody, that could lead to a chain of events that could have the trial dismissed. But that hasn't happened yet and may never happen. Yeah. So I think that's the point that we're dealing with here. I want to thank somebody because we have gifts, and we also go back to something that Nan said.
You get gifts?
No, it's gifted memberships.
Oh,
so, thank you,
we
Nicole.
don't get gifts. Nobody gives
Nicole.
us any gifts over on the Chronicle.
Stop it. Stop it, John. I
told you it's going to be.
I
warned you. I warned you this afternoon. DJ, I warned you.
You warned me last week. So, thank you very much, Nicole RM, for gifting 10 Calling All Beings memberships. That is super dope of you. And apparently you are a member. So thank you very much. And namaste. Appreciate you. And this is Nan wanted to follow up with this. And by the way, Nicole, if you want to be on a cab listener roundtable, you're invited. So that we do that for members.
Wait. Did you just invite Nan on your show?
No, Nicole. This
okay.
young lady right here. Nan is always invited on the show.
Right. Nan, if you're listening, you're invited on our show too. I'm just letting you know. If you're not going to come on cabs, you can come on our show too. Just give me a heads up.
She just left you a message. You're about to get a gift, John, a new mic.
It's not the mic. It's my fucking hands. Sorry. I'm literally holding the mic, and look, look, boozy, the color. See?
And I'll tell you that John, he's.
I apologize.
He's quite a looker, so I mean, he's going to get plenty of gifts. So
my biggest DJ, my biggest thing is on my show. I have to start right at frickin' 7. If I don't start at 7, like my thing is if I tell people I'm going to be on at 7, I'm on at 7.
Oh,
right?
look, you just got one right there.
No, thank you.
You
But
just
I'm not
got one.
7:05. I'm not 7:03. Like sometimes I watch the countdown on the top of my StreamYard that says in 33, 32, 31, and I'll hit go early because the biggest
ADD.
thing is
You're
the
ADD.
biggest thing is if if you're not 5 minutes early, you're late.
That's right.
And so I am beside myself that I allowed some little millennial to keep me out past the time I was supposed to be.
Who would that be?
On your show, Boozy, to be on your show on time and not prepared and holding my mic. All right. And Mullins is here, so the dog's gonna go crazy. So I apologize. I really do. I just feel horrible right now.
It's okay. We won't keep you that long. We will. I do hear the doggy. And Nan, just to close the loop on this, if Brennan has been up to no good, he can get the Commonwealth in trouble. And that was another thing, that I tweeted out is that some of you are going to find yourself to be bulletproof. You're going to think you even heard KP say that, oh, we're totally protected. Nobody can touch me. I'll never get arrested. You know what? There's civil litigation. There are people like Nan out there who not only have the willpower and the money to sue you, they also happen to be an attorney. So it kind of sucks for you. So I would be very, very careful in how I went about my business because nobody wants to be exposed legally. I think, man, I would love to see Hank redeem himself and do the right thing. That which Mark Betterow postulated upon his hire by the Norfolk County DA's office. But I've seen no evidence that he wants to do the right thing. And unfortunately, history has a very long memory, longer than any of us are going to be alive. Party people, put your hands together for Terry Robbins, the legend who we going to be walking the Dean campus with coming up here, hopefully Friday afternoon, walking the campus with Terry the legend. So there's that. What else?
Terry Robbins, I just want to let you know, my stepdaughter also went to Dean. It's not just Boozy. She's not the only person that went to Dean.
Give it up for Dean College homies. Lulu Bell is here. So yeah, I'm so happy to see Terry. Everybody's happy to see Terry.
I still get that bill every month.
Good. You know what? It's
thanks, student loans.
Money well spent. Money well spent, please. I mean, Dean College, that's where you want to send your kids. I mean, let's be honest about this.
Right in the heart of Franklin.
What's that?
Right in the heart of Franklin.
That's it, baby.
It's a destination town.
Dude, I love Franklin. This is the type of town that you want to go to college in. Yeah. This is where you want a kid.
You want pizza from Isabella's, and
Teddy O Gallagher's. I'm trying to remember the name of that place. But the thing is when you're not ready to go to a big university town, where you're going to get lost in the college. There's a gazillion students. You can barely find your way around.
If you want to order Chinese food from Wasing and go bowling at the bowling alley down the street, that's where you go. Okay.
You go to Dean and you go to a place where you can work on your academics, build yourself up academically, and go through, an environment, a very academically nurturing environment. And then you go on to do your master's elsewhere. Yeah. So there's that.
Be a bulldog.
Plug for Dean. That's what's up, man. All right. Do you want to read, let me see. Standing Stones is here. Hi, Standing Stones. Welcome. John, stop whining.
I told him it was going to be a S show. I did.
Oh, look at that. Woo! You guys want to know, how did Boozy become so tan when she was a student at Dean? This is how. They had 2 tanning salons to choose from. So it's the bill that never ends. Hey, man, I hear you, Hi, all you Dean College grads and flunkies. I love it. Yeah, I'm hoping to be there. We're going to find out from Terry what time to show up there after we go to court on Friday and have breakfast with Terry. Then we're going to go down and see Dean College so I can feel the essence. In the meantime, how about the affidavit? Do you guys want to take turns reading that affidavit? You guys down for that? Well, John.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, look at that. He's got that.
Mullins found the piece that I lost on the stairs.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Detective. I look forward to meeting you for the first time. Okay, so Terry did not know that John's stepdaughter went there. So that is awesome. See, Terry, the Deaniacs are everywhere, you know?
Yeah, I moved her in and out of friggin' 3 dorms. Yeah, I practically went there myself.
Hopefully it was Dean Hall was one of them, I hope.
So what's happening with our 2 guests? Are they not coming on? Or are they just running late?
Oh, no, she's in the chat.
Right, that's why I'm wondering where she is.
I know. She's got her makeup on. I don't know why she's not in here.
I know. I mean, look at what John and I have going on here. We're here. All right. Let me get that other piece of documentation up on the screen, and then we can get into it, because I'm to be honest with you, I'm very interested to hear John's takes on this documentation. I know you're interested to hear you also. So this was let me get it up on the screen here. I'll scroll in like that. And we'll add it to the screen. And I don't know if John just opened a beer or if Bia did. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I did not. I don't do beer, but
I don't do beer. I got an espresso martini. All right.
I did not open a beer, okay, people. It's a Pricks and Cider.
All right. John, would you like to read this and
DJ?
Or would you? Yes.
I would love to, but I left my cheaters in the car when I ran in from the car to here. I can't see crap.
So I'll read it and
old.
react unless Bia wants to read it.
I mean, I can read some of it, but you should zoom it in. It's tiny as hell.
Yeah, it's tiny. Oh, and my cheaters just showed up. So if you want me to help,
there
I can
you go.
help. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Hold on. Give me 30 seconds. Hold on. I'm just wiping them off. Oh, here we go. Look at this.
Can you zoom it in a little more, DJ?
No, it's good. It's good. I got it.
Yeah, Bia, you don't have your glasses on. That's why
I do.
These are 1.25s. I can see perfectly. Now comes the undersigned blank on oath and hereby states the following to the best of her knowledge, so we know it's a woman.
Oh my God.
Recollection, information, and belief under penalties of perjury. Does that mean anything in Massachusetts? Because we just saw Kerry Roberts commit perjury. That this day, 21st of April, 2025. My name is not Kerry Roberts. I reside in Massachusetts. I am of age and competent to make this after David. I have been friendly with Catherine Peter, herein after Peter, for close to a year. I've had multiple conversations and face-to-face interactions with Peter. Peter volunteered information to me about Karen Reed case countless times throughout our friendship. So we know she's friends with Peter. All factual representations below are from what Peter told me about her involvement in the Karen Reed and Aiden Kearney cases. During Karen Reed's first trial, she was in regular communications with ADA, that's Assistant District Attorney Adam Lally. At one point, prior to jury deliberations, Peter met with Adam Lally for lunch. Who paid? During this lunch meeting, Adam Lally told Peter that he knows the foreperson, that's foreperson, keep moving, go to the next one. Yep. Is a retired police officer, and he, the juror, the retired police officer, is guaranteeing a mistrial. Oh, cha-ching. This is what was verbally reported to me by Peter. Can we
stop right there and have you react to that?
Sure.
Because it seems like that right there, in and of itself, would you react to that, John and Bia?
Bia, you want to go first?
It just shows the fix was in. That's all that tells me. The fix was in.
Cha-ching. Right there. That's cash. Guaranteed of mistrial. No matter what. Mistrial. Yeah.
And that is because of the but now and that is
Here's the thing, DJ. Here's
Yes,
the
sir.
thing. He guaranteed a mistrial. In other words, if every other juror voted not guilty, he was guaranteeing a guilty verdict. Think
And
about that.
And the ADA knew that he had.
He
that
knew it.
impact.
So he knew no matter who he
The
put on
11th
stand,
Yeah.
he knew who he put on stand. He knew whatever was going to, he knew his closing arguments meant nothing. It was a sham. It was a play. He was guaranteed a paycheck, a government paycheck, because he knew, it's going to be a hung jury, no matter what. They could come in at, what is it? How many were on there?
12.
12. 11-1. It could be 11-1. That guy was going to freaking hold out, right? He guaranteed mistrial. It could have, it's not 7, it's not a split vote. He's guaranteeing that no matter what, he's voting the other way.
Which now his letter to the judge, or the note to the judge saying that the charges, which made all the difference, because he said charges, not we're hung on, 2 of the 3. He said the charges, which is what they've been using in federal court and the appeal and all that stuff, because those words mattered. The note he gave to the judge.
Yep.
All right. So, and this shows right there that the if we believe it, and so what's your level of confidence, Bia and John, that what we just read is what happened?
I don't think anybody would put this affidavit out there, put themselves at risk if they didn't feel that, if this was all a lie. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would anybody go and put all this information in writing if it wasn't true? And
Maybe
risk
they just
themselves.
maybe they just want to help. I'm playing devil's advocate here because I want to believe this is true, but
Right,
maybe
but
they want to parents. So
There's
John,
implications for the person too.
there is no. You're right. That this could be. You're right. That's a good point. I don't know, and maybe if Val is still, if they lied in this affidavit. I mean, not that it seems like the Commonwealth will only care about perjurers if they're on the defense side and not prosecution side, but I'm curious, what is your legal exposure here, Val, if that's untrue? And then, John, if you would give me what your level of confidence is in what you just read.
Go ahead.
John?
You said, well, no, you said then. I didn't know. I thought I was going second.
You are. I said,
I have-
what is your level of confidence? Yes.
I have no confidence. I don't have any confidence in the state. I have no, I shouldn't say state, the Norfolk County. There's no confidence at all. And what's to say the same thing's not going to happen in this trial? How do we know that there's not friendlies in this jury?
Because she was very adamant about the April 1st jury pool.
Can I hate to interject. I just want to say I'm apologizing ahead of time. I have a few of my fans who are telling me that their mothers are watching. I apologize. So I have to watch my language. I'm sorry.
Watch your mouth here, John.
Yeah, I got people that tell me, hey, my mother's watching. Can you tone it down a little bit? I'm sorry.
All right. So, what is your level? My question to you is, what is your level of confidence that this is that information you just read is accurate and true?
I don't know. You know what? We all knew that it was. We knew that there was a police officer. I knew when I saw his picture. I'm like, oh my god, I know exactly where he was sitting because I was in that courthouse twice. I'm like that. When I saw that picture, I'm like, oh my god, I recognize him. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
as far up to where I've read. Hey,
we're good.
I wouldn't put it past them. Not at this point.
So you're that sounds to me like you're reasonably confident, and I'm saying I'm kind of reasonably confident as well.
Yeah.
Let me go to the next one here. Okay, so if you'd start with number 7, please.
Go ahead, Beatrice. Your turn.
Oh, it is? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Let me
I
look
read the
my
first
thing.
page.
There you go.
The second page.
That's fine.
Dude, I'm a guest.
I know, dude. Chill. uh,
Dudette. Sorry, it's Dudette.
she told me she paid 1,500. She is paid 1,500 each month via Cash App for her assistance in the Karen Reed and Aiden Carney prosecutions. Peter believes that Karen Reed is innocent, but she has to play the game. I interpreted this to mean Peter's role is to publicly promote and advocate on social media that Miss Reed is guilty. Peter opined to me that if anyone killed Jon, it was blank and a-hole. Peter is very close to Hank Brennan and has had multiple conversations and meetings with him. I have personally heard Peter on the phone with Hank Brennan. During a phone call conversation between Peter and Hank Brennan that I was present for and personally recognized Hank Brennan's voice, Peter told him that her people leaked it to the media, referring to the federal investigation being over.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Certainly.
Quotation fingers.
I want to go back
People.
I just want to go back to 8 real quick. And not only to pat myself in the back, as we are fond of doing on the show, but it said, Peter believes that Karen Reed is innocent, but she has to, quote, play the game. I interpreted this to mean Peter's role is to publicly promote and advocate on social media that Miss Reed is guilty. Peter opined to me that if anyone killed Jon, it was blank and asshole. I have said from the beginning of you guys, when I first talked about that person known as KP and another person known as, I think his name is Kevin. I'm not sure what that they also believe that Karen Reed is innocent. And I've said that from the beginning. I don't think they think Karen is guilty, but people are just amoral enough and evil enough to try to help to jail an innocent person. So
DJ.
Yes, sir. Please.
I've said this before.
Yes.
Everybody has a price.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Right?
Oh God,
We've had this
Right in the
conversation.
middle.
We've had this conversation before.
We have.
Everybody has a price. People our age saw The Color of Money. Right?
I did. Yeah. Paul
Okay.
Newman and yeah.
Yep. Everybody's got a
earlier.
price. And I firmly believe that no matter what you're talking about, whatever you put in front of somebody, there is a price.
So $1,500
people
a month
have-
will do it.
For this
$1,500 a
person,
month to put a woman in prison.
for this person, and that's what I'm talking about right now. That person, that's what their price was. All right? People have come after me. You'll never get to my price. I'll tell you right now. You'll never get to my price. I believe what I believe, and I say what I say.
Okay, so I'm going to agree with Nan Gallagher, which we did last time you were on the show, which didn't stop you from saying it.
There is a price eventually.
Nan says, I do not have a price. Nope. I also don't have a price because there are things that are worse than death.
I firmly believe at some point, we're all human. We're all friggin' human. I have, Nan, I disagree with you. My price might be just as high as your price.
Well,
right? You don't know till it gets there.
To be honest with you, though, I don't think we're in the right. This would more be a conversation we would have in person rather than debating people's personal morals on air.
No, I get it, but that's what we're looking at. But that's what we're looking at. This person, her morals are very low, and she took a $1,500 and a couch.
Yeah.
right?
I know. And maybe like a couple scratch off tickets for all we know.
Yeah.
But that was supposed to be funny. Okay.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I just think that, you got to look at the person. That person's morals are not at the morals that some of the rest of us are at.
And what I'd like you to do, I have to take a quick break. So if you would be a please.
I'll take over. Would you like me to take over? I mean, I am.
Well,
I have a co-host here, tough guy.
What do you mean? I'm also. I was about to put my glasses back on.
Right,
go ahead,
now,
Beatrice.
let her
Go ahead, Beatrice.
I'm on it. As of April 15th, 2025, Peter is not talking directly to Hank anymore. We're using a third party to communicate now. Peter states that she is untouchable because of everything she's doing to assist the prosecution, and that no matter what violations I'm charged with, Morrissey is keeping me out of jail. Peter asked me to go stalk Karen Reed in the Seaport with her and stated that Karen Reed stays at the Omni Hotel and stated to me that we can take photos to sell to the Daily Mail and that she has done that before.
Right there,
Peter-
Beatrice.
Yes.
Sell. Money. See that?
Yep.
Everybody has a price. It's all about the money with them. It's not about right and wrong.
Right.
Keep going. Well, you got one more line, and then
yes.
then we'll steal the show from DJ before he gets back.
Peter informed me that Jennifer McCabe bought her a brand new sectional as compensation for her assistance.
There you go. There you go. It's about the money. All right. Hey, what do we want to call the new show while he's gone? Calling All Chronicle. Let's go.
We'll have a merge. Yeah.
Everybody, DJ's gone. Go ahead. Let's fill the chat with whatever the heck you want to talk about while DJ's gone. Okay. I mean, I can't put, it's weird. I can't put up any, I can't highlight any of these things. I have no clue what I'm going on. I mean, I can read the stuff.
Right.
So Beatrice, how was your weekend?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, I was at the Standout today, and then we went over to the Irish Brewery.
Oh, that's
So
right.
we're going to
I
have a
missed you.
get together Friday night at 6.
I
It's open
heard.
to everyone.
Oh crap, he's back.
Yeah.
D-
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
look how John loves me. All right, we got to talk to the legend today. We had a three-way conversation with John, myself, and the great
Scotty
Scott
Stitches McGuinness.
and Scott. You know what? We're gonna make good war stories here.
Scotty Stitches McGuinness, how you doing?
Let me. It's so cold. He's breaking. You're breaking.
He's
my
okay.
wall.
Listen,
You broke
if he
my-
wasn't okay, I wouldn't have said that nickname.
I know. I think it's wonderful. I love the dynamic between you guys. All right. So Catherine Peter is and has been clearly a paid operative of DA Meatball. She should have been jailed in no less than 5 of her last court appearances. That plain and simple. So yeah, that would be interesting, Scott, to see. Oh, and Richie Schiffer's here. The
Chain
dog
link
legend.
Schiffer. Richie
And
Chain
Scott
link
came in
Schiffer.
hot.
So it would be great if we could get those ex parte communications that Meatball would have had with other prosecutors to try to exculpate Kate Peter of anything. And look who's here. Reality check.
Hi, reality check. Yes,
Reality
we'll talk
check.
later. Yes,
Yeah,
we'll talk
reality
later.
check is
feeling
responsible
better.
for us getting brother
Yeah.
counsel. So thank you, reality check, Annette.
A lot of, you got
Scott
a lot of
McGuiness
people. You
did
got a lot
something
of
back-
people in your show. You got a good little show.
Well, you know,
I help with that, you know.
Must be
look
that
at-
seven.
re-
Must
go
be
ahead,
that
Ian.
7 o'clock hour
Pat,
that you
Pat,
stole
Pat,
from
Pat.
me.
That
Stop
is
it.
so cool. You were being so bad. He's being so bad tonight. But that's
But
what
when
we
is
love
he
about
not?
you. I know, right? We
Boozy's
love-
eating Boozy's friggin' sitting there stuffing her face with a calzone. That's all I know.
Did we get did we get to the sectional? We did all that already?
Yes.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
been
okay.
there, done that.
Yeah,
Okay,
you were
so
gone
now-
like for 45 seconds.
Oh my goodness. You know, I forgot to take my
I hope you
biological
washed your
break,
hands.
prior to the my biological break.
I
prior
hope
to
you
this.
washed your hands
I did.
for touching all these keys.
All right, now go ahead. Let me let John read so we'll keep him occupied.
Wait a
for
minute, I
little
gotta
bit.
go full screen.
He won't be able
Okay.
to misbehave.
I gotta go. I know. All right, keep me good. Okay.
How's this?
Oh, you had it. Oh, that's good. Oh no, that's good. Catherine Peter was told by Jennifer McCabe, you know the Jennifer, that Jennifer McCabe informed Michael Morrissey, that's Meatball, that she is not testifying unless Turtle Boy is in jail. I am not doing it. Michael Morrissey informed Jennifer McCabe that he would then have to subpoena her, and Jennifer McCabe then told Michael Morrissey, then we won't say what you want us to say. Little
Sure,
fucking
Jen. Like you'll go to
prima donna.
jail if you don't say what
Right.
he wants you to say. Dummy.
Peter, that's Catherine Peter, got rid of her phone the day after Aidan Kearney, Turtle Boy, announced on his live show that he was looking to get personal communications of Meatball Michael Morrissey. Catherine Peter, said to me that they will never get the communications between me and Morrissey. Quote, end quote. The day that Catherine Peter, showed up to protest at the Karen Reed trial, when the blue shirt showed up, we know that day. Peter informed me that Jen McCabe paid me for her show of support. On March 16th, 2025, just a couple weeks ago, Peter told me, Catherine Peter, that she went to meet with Michael Morrissey, Meatball, and Jen McCabe, Jen McCabe, at an undisclosed location in Braintree. I wonder where that is. When Peter returned home, she had a manila envelope in her hands. I'm telling you right now, if I had to guess, that undisclosed location in Braintree was right off of the exit at the first bar location right by the South Shore Mall. I'm telling you right now, because that's how lazy these people are. Catherine Peter, has informed me that she has seen emails that are subject to a protective order between the Karen Reed prosecution team and Jennifer McCabe. Catherine Peter reported to me that upon request of Hank Brennan, that she provided the spreadsheet of all the Free Karen Reed Facebook supporters to the Commonwealth for this upcoming trial.
So that's
so they have a friggin' Excel spreadsheet of every Free Karen Reed Facebook supporter?
Just real quick, that was the subject of Nan's letter. That's why Nan wrote that letter, because he probably believes quite adroitly that she's one of the people that they're aware of.
Who's putting this spreadsheet together? Who's sitting at home with their Excel? A1, A2, B2, C. Oh my God, I can't believe they even know Excel. Catherine Peter told me that Hank Brennan is providing information to the federal authorities regarding Karen Reed and Earden Kearney because he wants them in jail for the trial. I believe that. I believe 21 right there. But why would they provide information to the feds? Because they want them in jail for the trial. The feds haven't done one thing in this whole thing.
Right. No, I don't know what that means. And I don't, obviously, like I've said before, the feds would not tell anything to Mike Morrissey other than the two information. They're not going to tell anything to Hank Brennan. Right. So if Hank is I think Turtle Boy or someone postulated a reason of why Hank would try to contact them, but he's not going to get anything, and they're not going to trust him. So.
Absolutely. That's so that one's a little. How about this? Catherine Peter told me she's going to, quote unquote, start rumors about jurors being afraid to serve because Turtle Boy will go after them. And everybody is working overtime to make sure that Turtle Boy can't be in courtroom for the trial. Okay, come on. She's got to start rumors. Once again, let's let the fucking law be the law. Stop spreading rumors. This is no longer about the law.
No, this is
politics. At this point, it's politics. It's not the law. All right? If she was guilty, she's guilty. If she's innocent, she's innocent. Stop fucking making it more. When people stop becoming the story instead of reporting the story, that's what fucking pisses me off.
Well, that's what's interesting to me about this, guys, is that you have a number of people who were automatically sort of roped into this by virtue of their position within the county, within the state police, within Canton PD. So there was automatically a group of people that had to conspire or tell the truth. But Hank Brennan, this is what I want to ask you and Bia. Hank Brennan willingly put himself into this. He willingly stepped into this and said, I want some of this. So can you react to that?
Unethical. It's unethical. That's all I'm going to say.
John?
He's unethical.
Sorry, Bia. Yeah. John?
Yeah. If you're going to take the position and do the job. Don't add into all of this extracurricular activities. Either try the case based on the merits. Stop trying. We know what they're trying to do. They need a guilty verdict. He was brought in to provide a guilty verdict. Stop trying to just, if you were going by the letter of like, there's so much. If he was a real prosecutor, hypothetically, let's just say she did hit him, right? Why the heck would every piece of taillight be found where he landed instead of where she hit him? And if so, when the Canton police left the scene at 9 o'clock and left it unprotected all day long until 5, 6 o'clock, and plow after plow went up that road,
Right.
Why is it not one piece of taillight, not one piece of glass, not one piece of anything was found uphill of where they found the stuff?
That forever. Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Stop trying to manufacture the evidence.
And the fact that they were able to get them all, that's the thing.
In where he landed, not where the impact, which they say happened, where he landed.
Party people.
Ooh. Hey, Scotty
Put
boy.
your damn hands together for
Hello.
Scott McGuiness.
Oh, it's Scarface! What's up, Scarface?
Hey.
Scarface is here.
Scotty, how are you
No,
doing?
I told DJ I'd pop in. I just got back from dinner. How are you doing, guys?
Scotty, you're way
Doing
better than
great.
Boozy.
Welcome. I just want to disagree with John, and then Scott can react to that. Not that I like disagreeing with John, but there are certain mantras that people have heard me say on the show. Like the fact that I don't think Kate Peter thinks that she's guilty, nor does Kevin. And I'm also going to say I don't think that Hank Brennan was hired to get a guilty verdict because they don't have the evidence to support that. He was hired to get a hung jury and to keep her in legal jeopardy and as long as they can. So,
Well, if that's what they told him,
for the McAlberts, that's what he's doing.
John,
if that's what they told him, DJ, then that's fine.
No, I'm saying I believe that was the mission. They don't have the evidence to convict. They're not going to get 12 people to agree with that. They might you can get 6 people, but they're not going to get 12. So, Scott, would you react to what I've just said?
No, I think Hank Brennan was hired as a special gun, where Morrissey didn't need to hire a special prosecutor. Morrissey's not conflicted in this case, unlike the Turtle Boy case where there's a clear conflict, hence the hiring of Kenneth Mello and then Cosgrove. There's nobody in DA Morrissey's office that apparently is willing to prosecute Karen Reed in trial 2.0. So who better than to hire an ex-mob lawyer in Hank Brennan to defend the McAlberts? The persecution and conviction of Karen Reed is secondary at this point. Hank Brennan's mission is to protect the McAlberts.
So, Scotty, you think he was hired? So, Scotty, you think he was hired to get any sort of conviction, right or wrong?
A hung jury.
Oh, I mean, Hank.
No, not hung jury. No, my question is, was he hired to get a conviction?
I think it's twofold, John. I think he's there to protect the McAlberts. You see him fishing for information on the federal investigation into DA Meatball Morrissey. Hank wants information on Archer. He's
Exactly.
almost like
I agree with you there.
He's fishing on behalf of Michael Morrissey. Secondarily, if he can get a conviction on count 2 of one of the lessers on Karen Reed, all the better.
That's a win.
But that's not his main mission.
I don't think it's a hung jury. I don't think his mission is a hung jury. His mission is to get any kind of conviction. Any conviction wins it.
No, I'm not arguing with that, but I'm saying
I don't think they have
he's
the
also
evidence.
there to protect the McAlberts at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
I believe that, although I asked that to the attorneys and it didn't resonate with them when I talked to Mark and I talked to Brother Counsel, that did not resonate with them for whatever reason. But they know they don't have the evidence really to convict her. They have, as Nan called them, a bunch of fact witnesses that are hostile, and they have a judge that's helping them out, but they don't have the evidence to convict her. All the organic evidence is on her side. They can't explain why they don't have photos. They can't explain why the cameras didn't work, and they have no original artifacts that are video. They can't explain why the taillight wasn't found when they did the search, and they were found in the succeeding 2 weeks. They can't explain why Nicholas Barros is going to say the taillight didn't look like that. They can't explain why ARCA says that it wasn't a vehicle accident, and the polybicarbonate plastic wouldn't have done that to his arm. So there's all these different things that they know they don't have the evidence to get a conviction. I think they know that.
They don't have the evidence. They manufactured a rock just a couple days ago.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The rock.
They manufactured a rock that hasn't been there in freaking 3 years with an Albert and a painting on it. All of a sudden, the day that the jury is going down there to look, a rock is in the yard,
With
almost
a
to get them to think,
I'm
could he have
surprised there
hit his
wasn't
head
a
on that
boulder
rock?
garden around the flagpole.
And this is what Valhalla Law, she's the official attorney of Calling All Beings, retired.
You got official attorney?
Yeah, of course. Doesn't every show?
Yes.
I mean,
Thanks a lot, Nan. You won't even be my official attorney? No, I'm kidding. I'm teasing you.
Yeah, I mean, Hanky Panky's playing the same game that ADA Adam Lunchbox Lally played, which is play up the trauma drama. He brought in the Aruba, sisters, and we're trying to paint this whole like trauma drama storyline that the jury buys. That Karen Reed became murderous and decided to run down her boyfriend John O'Keefe in front of 2 cops' houses in a fit of rage. And Hanky Panky showing the excerpts from the ID Discovery series. He's putting it in at the right time to make it, to try to titillate the jury's drama. You know what I mean? Like, because they don't have any evidence. All they can do is try to paint this drama situation, make the jury hate Karen Reed, make the jury believe that Karen Reed is
Scotty, that's
murderous.
But
bitch,
that's what they get. That's what they get. I get it. It's taxpayer money. They're getting paid through the state, but that's what they're being told to do.
Yeah.
They're getting directed to do this. Any
Well,
other
not
prosecutor,
Hank, though. Hank could-
prosecutor would be trying to follow the truth. You prosecute, and wherever the facts lead you, the facts lead you. They're manufacturing these facts.
We saw our U.S. attorney, Joshua Levy, just before trial, 1.0, dump, 3,100 pages of 2E. We in good conscience can't see this trial going forward. And here's all the exculpatory evidence we've gathered through the FBI and our investigation into D.A. Morrissey's office. Hello, D.A. Morrissey, knock it off. Mm-hmm. And what does D.A. Morrissey do?
there's nothing in here.
He ignores the feds. There's nothing to see here, folks. We're going to continue this prosecution of the evil Karen Reed that ran down John O'Keefe. It's all a ruse. It's all a lie. But here we are. They're still going. Morrissey hired his.
So this afternoon, it started to occur to me that the other side, okay, if you're of the belief that someone other than Karen did it, all right, the rest of us that believe Karen didn't do it, I'm starting to think these people are so happy that we are so fixated on Karen's car. Karen didn't do it. Like everything is on Karen. Nothing is on the house, the basement, the back of his head, the blood law. You name every bit of fact, and they're so happy that we have to focus on Karen and not them, that they're just sitting there going, yep, keep it up, people, keep it up. Because the longer we keep focusing on Karen, the less we focus on who we think did it.
Right, but none of us can, come up with a rock solid theory of what happened to John in that house. All we know is,
and you know why?
All we know is John went in the house. He was physically beaten, obviously attacked by the dog Chloe. But that's all we can even
why?
prove. That's it.
Why?
Because the person was handpicked. And now
not just
backing
that.
the evidence
Not just that. Because the investigation was flawed. Whether it's one or two, it only takes a couple people.
Right.
It doesn't take the whole department. The whole department is not flawed. The whole Mass State Police is not flawed. Right? It's one or two people intertwined in the middle of all this stuff that run interference. Okay?
And some people looking the other way too.
That's it. Or being inept. People being lazy, people being inept. And that's what you got.
Yeah.
You got bad actors taking
I tend to
advantage.
think it's a little more involved in that than just plain incompetence or ineptness.
They used Lank's friendship against him. They went to Lank's house the next day, that 45 minutes at Lank's house, right, to gain information from Lank. Whether he was in on it, he's not in on it. I don't think he's in on it. I think he's
Not
friggin'
directly.
pissed.
No, I agree.
I think he's pissed that they used their friendship against him, and he can't say anything, right? I think that's a problem. The same thing with Proctor.
No, obviously, this town, Canton, Stoughton, the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, his State Police Detective Group, it's all incestuous. They all know each other. You're talking about decades of nepotism and who you
And
know,
friendship. Yep.
and all that stuff. So it gets
Look at
complicated.
Kerry Roberts. Look at Kerry Roberts' testimony. Okay. We just now, 4 years later, found out that that Denise was also at the house. Okay.
Yeah.
For
Exactly.
3 years, it
We
was
haven't
the
heard her
two
name.
of them. Yep.
How did we find out Colin Albert was even in the house?
We
It was
know
the,
Colin's in the
private
house.
investigators and the
Yep.
FBI that tracked down Colin Albert. By the time Turtle Boy got to him at Bridgewater State, there was already the FBI and the private investigators that caught up to Colin Albert. They were trying to hide who was in
Well,
the house.
actually, Scotty, I don't want to take credit for that, but Canton Confidential was the first one to report Colin
okay.
Albert at Bridgewater State. But I'm just being it's true, but I'm just being silly.
No, but
But you're
saying
right.
is
You're
when
right.
They try to
You
minimize
have
the
to
circle.
figure it out after. Yeah.
They try to minimize the circle. They try to protect a lot of the kids that were in the house. They never interviewed them. They try to minimize the amount of people that were there. We know there was up to 13 people there, including the house occupants.
Yep.
And they wanted to hide all those people.
How about this?
Proctor's misspelling their names,
Allie
all that.
gave you her whole night. Everything she did. The one thing she didn't give you, Colin gave you. Allie gave Colin a ride over to 34 Fairview. We learned that from Colin's test. The only thing Colin gave us in the first test, in other than I don't know, I don't remember. Can you rephrase that? The one thing he did give us, Allie gave me a ride to 34 Fairview. Okay? But Allie never gave you that. Allie only gave you, she picked him up. And we know where he came from. One street away. Over at the Leonetti's house. Who's wanted nothing more than to have his name out of this for 3 years. Threatened to sue me when I wrote something about it in Canton Confidential back when I was on my brother's Facebook page that we brought up Leonetti's name. He threatened to sue us.
John, you
But
might
that's-
need to turn your mic down just a little. I don't know how what.
Oh, because I'm too close to it.
There you go.
But thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, that's from Colleen Itchy Withers Horse Rescue.
Yeah,
in
no, I get
Hampshire.
worked up.
I get this all the time.
You know, I always go back to Meatball Morrissey's hostage tape from the summer of 2023, when he's actually going out there and saying everything we think is a total fabricated lie. You people are crazy. There can't be this many people in on a conspiracy. You know, EMS, the police, the McAlberts,
There absolutely
and everything
can be.
he says is actually just the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
It is.
absolutely. You know, and that's why you don't even need to push that third party culprit. They just need to push that that there's enough reasonable doubt that Karen is not guilty of it.
We proved it that if what Allie said was the truth, that she picked up Colin at 12:10 and brought him directly home,
Didn't
he
happen.
would have been home ahead of Chris walking home from the waterfall. It's proven by their own testimony that that's a lie, Because then Chris says Colin didn't get home until after Chris was in bed.
Yeah, good night,
It's
Mom
a
and
friggin'
Dad.
lie.
Yeah, the Brady Bunch over there at the Albert residence.
If what they said was true, they would have caught Allie on the library footage only minutes, literally a couple minutes behind Karen, heading from the waterfall to 34 Fairview within like 2 minutes. If it was
wasn't
true.
it proven that she was like in the high school parking lot and didn't get home to like 1:30?
Well, it's a circle. It's that whole Life 360. Excuse me. It's like a
Life
circle.
360,
So
yeah.
whatever the circle is around that location. So she could have been at the front of the park of Canton High School. She could have been back by the Legion. It could have been anywhere within that circle. That's what's deceiving about that whole thing. That's what sucks about that thing.
One question for you guys from Nicole, if you would, if anybody could speak to this. Nicole RMS, can the defense call Denise to testify? Do you know which Denise they're referring to?
Yeah, the sister.
Jen's sister who wrote the timeline. So Carrie the other day said that Denise was writing the timeline, but she's not on the witness list. So I don't think, can they add witnesses after the trial has started?
I would
Maybe
assume you
Val,
Val or
can they
Nan are
edit
both in the.
the list, or are they
chat.
stuck to that list? I mean, it's new information, so I would believe there has to be something that they can do, but
I don't know. I mean, I look at Proctor now. The defense is going to have to call him if Hank Brennan doesn't call him. Now the defense has to try to declare Michael Proctor a hostile witness. Then it's up to Bev to declare him a hostile witness, because you can't bring a witness on the stand as a defense and just start digging into him, trying to impeach him, unless the judge allows it, and nobody trusts Bev. So who knows what she's going to do there. Bev has ruled out Colin Albert as a third-party suspect, and some people say that's a good thing, because as much as we dove down the Colin Albert rabbit hole in trial one, bang, bang, and pull up bitch and all that stuff, and the falling on your knuckles, whatever. Let Colin Albert thing go. But can we get Michael Proctor on the stand being called by the defense and go after him as a hostile witness? If Judge Bev Canoni doesn't allow him to be a hostile witness, then once again, the defense's hands are tied. We can't bring up Colin Albert anymore. So like you're saying, DJ, the defense has to kind of veer away from the third party culprit thing.
Mm-hmm. They do.
And just hammer on the reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
Because I know that's the hand we've been dealt.
yeah. Nan said they're not stuck to that list. So it is new information. So it does appear that they could call Denise, because that's new information that wasn't provided at 1.0.
Because I don't know how anybody at this point can trust Beverly Canoni to do the right thing.
No, I don't. And thank you, Stephanie. That's right. One of them said, somebody said, I think it was one of the McCabe's.
It was Allie.
Allie McCabe said, John wasn't in the house when Colin was. I know, that was great. That was great. But
we all believe Colin was in the house when John O'Keefe was in the house. But
right,
at this point, can we prove it? Does it even matter at this point? Right now, this is all about just reasonable doubt. Let's get Karen Reed acquitted. Who actually committed this crime and who the true suspects are? At this point, how are we ever going to know anyways?
Right.
Nobody's investigating it. So
right.
All the evidence is gone. None of the witnesses were ever sequestered, properly recorded. Even if Attorney General Andrea Campbell decided to step in and we're going to actually investigate what really happened at 34 Fairview, where do you begin? There's nowhere to even begin.
I think there are places to begin, but she would have to want to impeach one of her state agencies, and clearly nobody seems to have the stomach for that, unless there would be a meeting between let's say federal investigators like the FBI and then the Attorney General's office, and then say, this is the information we have, do you want to act on it? So that could be another check and balance, but I don't know that I just don't trust the state. No offense to those of you who were born and raised there.
Did you say stomach?
I don't know. I don't know what they do because even if Karen Reed was acquitted, even if Judge Beverly Cannone had a moment of clarity this week and threw the whole case out, and Karen walks out, the case is dropped. Okay, so but what happened to John O'Keefe, and who's going to investigate it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that would be incumbent on an agency.
Feds.
I think, it doesn't Dennis Sweeney have a shirt that says they can't investigate themselves, and so
Jen Root has that time.
or Jen Root. So somebody here's asking for a Scottish accent. Kama dama. I can give you a Scottish accent if you want, love. So anyway, I think we're getting ready to wrap it up. So
what?
I think
our show goes for like 2 hours.
Well, that's good for you.
Neither one of my co-hosts decided to come on. One's eating her friggin'
her calzone
taco or whatever, and
I'll be your stand-in co-host, John. Don't worry.
you will. Oh,
I
Boozy,
will.
you're gone.
I'd love
See ya.
to.
Bye, Boozy.
Yeah, we may have more to say, but I think we'll save it for later. But let's get final commentary from everybody, starting with Boston Bia and then going to John and then Scott. It's very emotionally taxing, to talk about this, but go ahead, Bia.
Well, I think tomorrow is going to be a big day. We got ARCA coming in. Hopefully that all goes well. And, stay tuned. We believe in Karen's innocence, and we're going to stand here. And I have good vibes and good feelings that she's going to be acquitted.
Just want to real quick before we go back to our 4-blocker here. Impromptu meal of food at the Irish Brewing House in Norwood, Mass. 6 p.m.
Right.
Those guys went today, ate there, said it was dope, and so we're gonna do the damn thing. So that's where we're gonna be. Come see us. You are invited. And let me get rid of that. Go back to John. John, do you have some final thoughts, sir?
Of course not. Yes, I do.
Okay, sure. I know. Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to bring you out of your shell. Go ahead.
I know. Couple pricks and ciders, and we're ready to go. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I have a feeling that she's not going to let Arca in. As much as she loves Arca and she wants to see the guys because she's in love with them, I have a feeling she doesn't want them in. She's got to find something because they need like 100 and something texts to come up with. And if they don't produce exactly what the number of texts that they want, that's going to be the catch. She's going to be like, nope, there was supposed to be 100 texts. You gave us 86. There's something missing. I'm not letting them in. That's my opinion. I'm chair quarterback. That's the first thing. The second thing is how the heck are we still here when the whole world has seen Kerry Roberts say, I didn't hear her say Google hypothermia, Google horse long to die in the cold. I was just going by the timeline because that's what Jen told me to do. And I lied to a grand jury. I didn't mean to lie to a grand jury, but I just told them what actually happened, not what actually I heard. And that's why we're here in the first place. How the hell, when the whole world has seen it, every national publication has put it on there. I've seen it on Fox. I've seen it everywhere where they've shown that she lied. Whether she did it on purpose, whether she did it by accident, she lied. And nothing's happened.
No.
So why are we still here? That's the second thing. And then, so the third thing is I'd love to see, you know what? I'm with the rest of you. I can't wait to see Jen. And then fourth, I can't wait to find out what day I go. Hopefully it's before it gets too hot. I got to get my suit jacket ready. I got to get it all ironed.
I can wait to see Jen. Yeah. In fact, I could wait the rest of my life and not see Jen and be pretty happy.
Come on. We want to see them lock themselves in yet again before the feds take both trials and say, okay, we'll take it from here.
Can only
Scott.
hope, right? If Bev blocks ACA, ACA was hired by the feds via the FBI to investigate a fraudulent planted evidence case. Joshua Levy handed over the 3,100 pages of TUI, including the ACA investigation, to aid the defense. So if Bev is blatant enough to try to block ACA's testimony in trial 2.0, I think you have to be pretty frustrated if you're the feds. Like, wait a minute, what is this judge doing? This is crazy. The fact that she's even bringing him in for a voir dire
Is
tomorrow
ridiculous.
is insane.
Yeah,
It's just like bringing in Dr. Russell for a 2-day.
No. The fact that she's bringing him in for a voir dire and nobody knows what the voir dire is about.
yeah.
They asked
You
her.
can't be more qualified than ACA.
They asked her,
Well,
what do you
hello?
want to ask in the voir dire? And she goes, I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, I mean, because
Now she's trying to, like John says, she's trying to get ACA bounced on a technicality.
Exactly.
The defense didn't hand over all the texts
Text
or
message.
emails. But the fact is, ACA was hired by the FBI to prove that the taillight was planted. They proved that Karen Reed didn't hit John O'Keefe with her car. So if the judge is trying to block ACA's testimony, you can't have a more premier example of corruption.
I'll give you one more thing, Scotty. I've told people Jackson is the best money can buy. Whether you're guilty or not, he's the best money can buy.
True. Yeah.
But
that's with an
Alessi doesn't take cases unless he thinks you're innocent. Alessi, you look at every little bit of information about him. Everything about him screams, I will defend the innocent.
like
Alessi's in there.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you say, oh, Alan Jackson, Alessi wouldn't be on there unless he thought she was innocent, unless he thought she was being railroaded, unless he thought that something wrong was happening. And he's in there to right a wrong. And that's why another reason I'm 1,000,000% behind her yet again. Besides the facts of everything we've seen, beside the, you know what? If she did hit them, you guys have done so much shady shit. Why? Why did you do so much shady stuff? Right? Why did you, like, I can understand, I 100% agree. If you're like just an innocent, if you're innocent and you were in the house and you're like, I don't want to give you my phone. Why? Because I have nudes on my phone. Because I have conversations on my phone that I don't want people to see. I 1,000,000% would be like, yeah, okay, I believe that, right? But to try to stop someone from their Ring doorbell, just try to stop someone from try to stop someone for the the geofencing, just right? To stop all the other crap, you're guilty. You're guilty as fuck, and I'll never believe you. And that's why I am where I am.
And we all would agree. I would like it if one of you would tackle this question from Nicole. Thank you very much, Nicole, for your donations tonight, your membership donations. I greatly appreciate it. Would one of you tackle this, please?
Oh, I can't
Hello?
wait.
Anyone?
Go ahead, Scotty, because I can't wait.
I'm trying to see the question on my computer.
Question
screen.
is, any predictions of when they'll call Jennifer McCabe?
Well, now they have to tell.
I noticed Hank Brennan's kind of a little out of order already with the calling of witnesses, so it's very unpredictable.
And he messed up. He messed up on one day. He didn't have enough witnesses in the court.
Right.
Oh, he did that. He did that on purpose, John. He wanted to end on that mic drop with the Karen Reed interview excerpts.
That he didn't get to get
all
in.
of a sudden, I have no more witnesses for today. How convenient, Hank.
Right.
Did that on purpose.
The last thing is Nan is wanting you guys to talk about Jim, the 40-year resident from Canton. So I think he's the video that's circulating on Twitter about.
Oh, the neighbor?
Yes.
The neighbor?
Yes. Would you like to
He's saying
talk about
everything.
Jim?
He's saying the rest of us from Canton are saying.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
yeah. I think I saw the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he essentially he's saying that Karen's innocent. Do you know Jim there, Johnny?
I don't.
Okay.
I watched the video. I mean, he seems just a couple years older than me. I won't say a couple. He's probably.
He looks considerably older than you, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, he's not considerably, but he'd be a little younger than my father. I would say he's in his mid 60s.
Okay.
That's just my guess. A generation above.
Okay.
But he's a neighborhood guy, right? Right there from the neighborhood. And once again, the amount of people that will text me after different shows that I've not talked to in probably 20 years, or the amount of people that have texted me after the shows that are like, you don't know me, and then they tell me who they are, and I know their family, or I know them, or I know because they know a family member of mine or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I know who you are. That reach out to me after the fact. It's no longer 50-50 in town. I'm telling you right now. I used to believe it was one of those, Canton's the most loyal town in the world, and because the Alberts are saying they didn't do it, everybody rallies around them and says, hey, they're innocent. She did this. We're rallying. It's not a 50-50. It's not. It's
good.
the other way. It's the way we're saying
I think the Sue Harrington landslide win against Jon Comeau gives you an idea.
True.
Couldn't tell you how many people told me they voted for her.
And someone just said it. Good point, John. So we want to get that in there.
Well, thank you.
I'm sure there was.
Wow,
at least
I had one.
Tonight.
I had a good point.
Yeah, good point.
Somebody write that one down.
And I think people
Whatever
are
it was.
overblowing Helena Rafferty's retirement, because unless she was able to procure a new 3-year contract, she's over 55. She has 36 years in. Her 3 highest earning years are at police chief pay.
Yep.
So unless she was given another 3-year contract, she's actually at her epitome, like she's at her apex.
They would have had to give her a
So
raise.
she's at
Right.
her
They would have had to
perfect-
give her a raise.
She's at her perfect time to retire. I know everybody wants to take a victory lap and say, hey, ding dong, the witch is dead.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to matter.
Helena is given up, but actually Helena is actually pretty in a sweet spot. She's going to retire with an 80% group 4 retirement.
She's still going to be able to do. She's still going to be able to do details down at Foxborough Stadium and at Mansfield. Yeah.
Yeah, and there'll be another.
Unless she was, like John says, unless she was given another 3-year contract
with a raise,
significant pay raise,
with a raise,
it's really not worth it. It's not worth it for her to stay. She's maxed out. So
and like I said at the beginning of when I came on, she's still going against policy. She's still going against what the audit came up with. She's still taking phone calls from people instead of people calling 911. For a fact. And I'm talking about within the last 2 weeks.
Well, I'm not talking about her level of corruption, John. I'm just talking about where she's at in her life and her career as far as time to retire. She's actually in the perfect time to retire if she can't get another contract. So
you guys are talking about 2 different points, but both of them are valid points. You're talking about she's not going to increase her retirement salary by staying.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, so, there's no reason why someone didn't say, hey, listen, there's no reason for you not to retire right now.
Yeah, in fact, there's a great reason we won't see her staring down.
Because here's the thing, they could have. What could have been on the table would have been 3 more years at a raise, 1 more year at a raise. How about 6 months to see us through finding a new chief? She wouldn't have gone for that. She wouldn't have gone no, I'm all set, right? She's like, I'm okay. Mind you, both Tommy Kelleher, the two deputy police chiefs, Tommy Kelleher and Patty Sherrill, they're both way up there in time also. You think either of them wants 6 months while you find a new chief? No. They see the writing on the wall. They know it's like, you know what? Take the retirement. We're done.
Yeah. And with the kind of retirement those guys are getting, I would do the same. I want to thank our amazing guests. As John said, we could always talk more, but we're going to save it for later. But I want to thank you, John,
Sorry. There's
no,
one more.
John,
There's one
John,
more,
John.
and it's not for me. There's one more.
John,
There's
when I want
there's one more comment, but it's not for me.
John,
What?
when I want to close the show, that means I don't want you to keep.
Yeah, but there's one more, but it's not for me. Look at the comment.
What is it?
It's from
It took me a half hour.
Smartahari. Put up Smartahari, please.
Okay.
That's cute. Give us Mullins.
All right.
All right. Thank you, John. That was a great interruption. All
It
right,
has to be. She's my life. Jesus Christ.
You know what? I'm looking forward to meeting Paula. I'm looking forward to seeing John and Scott. But yeah, we'll save it for later. And I want to thank you guys. You guys made an amazing show tonight, and I really appreciate it. It just you took what would have been an average show and made it awesome. So thank you, Scott. Thank you, John. Thank you, Bia. And
Thank you.
yeah, and we will see you guys down the road.
I'll talk to you later, Bia.